everyone, it's Vicki Weber from At Home Author, and I'm super excited to be talking all things marketing today. I'm going to be sharing my secret sauce to marketing children's picture books. But before I get started, make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos or helpful content. Before we dive into my main 3 tips here, I want to talk a little bit about my own experience with children's book publishing. Now, when I first started out, I really thought that if I just wrote the books and made them come to life, that the buyers would come. And looking back, I think that's really silly of me. I don't know why I thought that, but I know I'm not the only one who's had that mentality. And now that I know better, I can do better. But if you are just starting out or you've already published a book and it's not going where you want it to be, that could be the underlying reason why. If you were to go right now and put your book on your front porch, just put it there, how many people would know it would be there? The people who live in your house, you, and anybody who stops by frequently, like your parents, maybe an aunt and uncle. If your driveway is close enough to the sidewalk, maybe a neighbor. But aside from that, nobody else is going to know about that book on your porch. When you self-publish using KDP or Ingram Spark, all those platforms do is act as a printer and a distributor. They just put your book on a digital bookshelf. That's it. They don't market for you. They don't do it. That's not a thing. So if you want people to know it's there, you have to drive the traffic. It's no different than people not knowing about that book on your porch. If I want people to know about the book on my porch, I'm going to need to, host a parade and decorate with bright colors and have music and live stream it and call up the media. I'm going to do all of these things so people start noticing. But if you're not doing those things, no one is going to know it's there. And the reality is, no one can buy your book if they don't know that it exists. So that's really a big thing with marketing. People need to know that your book exists. So step 1 to do this, you need to treat your authorhood, your authorship, being an author, like a business. Okay, you need to have a strategy and a purpose behind every single thing that you do. So it's not enough to just say, I'm going to do email marketing. Okay, you need to break it down into smaller pieces and say, okay, with email marketing, how often am I going to email? When I do email, what am I going to say? With each email, what is the goal? What is the purpose? If we break it down to one single email, why are you sending it? What is the action you want these people to take? What is the value you are providing in there? What is the intended outcome? And if you start thinking about those things, it's going to be easier to shape how you are actually marketing your book. Because the how is just as important as the what. So, when you start thinking of this more as a business and piecing together your strategy and making it work for your time, your budget, and your schedule, you are going to see one of 2 things. You're either going to start seeing results or you're not. And if you're not, because you have this plan in place, you can start to dissect the pieces of your marketing plan that are not working and start to figure out why. Which leads me to my next point. You need to really think about your target audience. You need to know them inside and out. It's not enough to just say, yeah, parents, they're my target audience. That's not good enough. You need to specifically close your eyes and picture what the person buying your book is like. What types of things are they searching on the internet? What things are they struggling with? What do they care about? If you fall into that target audience as well, think about the things that speak to you when you are scrolling on Instagram, when you're searching on Amazon. Because those are the things that are going to guide the rest of your marketing plan. If you understand your audience and how to talk to them, how to get through to them, how to connect with them, you're going to write better emails. You're going to write better captions for your Instagram posts. You're going to create better social media content because you'll be catering to what your audience actually cares about. You'll also know how to adjust things like your metadata, like your product description on Amazon, so that the people who are landing on that page want to hit add to cart because they feel enticed to do so. Every author's target audience is going to be a little bit different, okay? And you might have other authors with a similar target audience to your own. If that's the case, one of the things that you can do is look at what they are doing. Look at how they are reaching that target audience and figure out whether or not what they are doing will be a good fit for you. The worst thing that you can do is just copy paste someone else's strategy with no customization, because the chances that their target audience is the exact same as yours is slim to none. Plus, when it comes to marketing a children's book, you are the brand. You are the face behind your books. And so your personality and your tone and your personal touch is important. And so copying somebody else word for word is not going to be in your best interest anyway. But you can use what you've learned from other authors as a framework or as a jumping off point to forming your own marketing plan and shaping your own strategies and how you implement those as well. And my third secret sauce to success when you are marketing your children's book is you have to believe that it's possible. And I know that sounds like, of course, Vicki, but it's true. If you have doubts in yourself, in your book, if you don't think it's going to be a reality, it is going to come across in your marketing skills. It's going to come across in your emails. It's going to come across in your social media content. It's going to come across when you're talking about yourself. And what's going to happen is when you get opportunities, instead of wholeheartedly and confidently taking the leap of faith, you're going to hesitate. And if you're hesitating, you're not taking any steps forward. You're not going farther. You aren't getting in front of more people. You just aren't. So you have to find ways to start believing in yourself if you don't already do so. And it doesn't really matter how you do that. You could put sticky notes on your mirror. You could set alarms in your phone. You could surround yourself by people who will lift you up and encourage you. You could do all three. You could dream up other possibilities too. But at the end of the day, you need to find it in yourself to believe that this can be a reality, because otherwise you're going to give up before you've even started. Okay, and at the end of the day, you are either your biggest strength or your worst enemy. When I was publishing my own children's books, my first 3 books completely flopped, like completely. But I was tenacious. I am as stubborn as they come, and I said, no, I'm going to figure out how to make this work. I am seeing shimmers of success. I can take those and I can run with it. I can figure this out. And that's exactly what I did. But the opposite could have just as easily occurred if I wasn't so stubborn, if I wasn't so determined, if I didn't believe that I could do it. None of my other books beyond those 3 would exist. I could have just walked away and said, I guess I'm not the author I thought I was. And if you've been following my journey, then you would know I made 5 figures on that release in profit alone for my 4th book. It hit the bestseller list within the same month of publication, and it completely jump-started the rest of my author career. It's what put me on the map. That would not have happened if I had not been so determined to make it work. And the biggest difference between my 3rd book and my 4th book was that I spent time developing a strategy, learning as much as I could, becoming a business expert, and then figuring out how to apply it to my own children's books. And you can do the same. If you want help though, make sure you check out more of our YouTube videos or consider joining the Profitable Picture Books program. You'll find more details of other resources in the description of this video below. At the end of the day, this is your author journey, and it really is what you make of it. So if this is what you want to do, if an author is what you want to be, if you want to sell more books, if you want to make this your career, your side gig, or if you just want your book to make a difference, it all starts right here with how you market your book. As always, I hope this has been helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more helpful videos just like this one.